Tom, Scooter Outfitters and Buford Mini Motorsports, and we are going to do a quick video here on the UberScoot. And it's a powerful little scooter that I don't think a lot of folks understand that the money you're paying for this, and a lot of folks think it's kind of steep as far as the price tag on this thing. But if you look at what it's got, you'll see that the price tag is a lot better. Is better than you think. And what I say about that is that years ago, you used to be able to buy from a company, I won't mention its name, but you could buy those particular scooters, not UberScoot, but you'd buy the gas-powered scooters, 49cc scooters. And when you bought them, they were really not built all that well, but they've come a long way when it comes to these stand-up scooters that you have a detachable seat. They've come a long way with them. And these are some of the most sturdiest ones I have seen through the many years that I have been dealing with scooters. So I want you to just take a few minutes and listen to what I got to say when it comes to the UberScoot and why it's worth its money. So let's take a look at it real quick. When we look here at the UberScoot, we'll notice that and it's from a company called EVO. And the UberScoot is a really, really good scooter. When we look at this, we want to look at the tires. I mean, first of all, look at the rims. I mean, the rims are, I think, pretty fancy. And what I like about those is it gives class to the scooter itself. Really makes a difference on it. Now, if you'll notice, I've noticed a lot of scooters from UberScoot that's gone out, and they have the slick tires, the street tires on them. But these are the knobby tires. You can use these for street, or if you want to go down some dirt paths and stuff like that, this scooter here is prepared for it. And I'll show you something else that's really, really neat about it that the picture is not showing correctly. But even though it's not showing correctly, it just shows a scooter when you buy it, how much better it is than the picture. But you'll notice it's got a handle here, and you can take and pull this down, and it will fold down. Now the seat is detachable. If you'll see this handle right here, you can unscrew this, and this seat will detach from here, so you can just have all standing room. All this would just be standing room. You can just set the seat somewhere else. You say, well, what if I want to just take the seat with me? Well, leave it on there. It ain't gonna get in your way when you're standing up. You can stand up or sit down on it. Don't make any difference. But if you want to take it and take loose of it, get you a handlebar bag, put on there, or a backpack, and stick it in your backpack. Take it with you. That's up to you. But you can always look. Y'all have great minds, so why not put it to engineering something, and attach it, because you can take it loose here. You can take this loose, and you can stuff it in the backpack, put it on your back, and then if you decide that you need it, put it on there. Because it does, if you're going to be going a long distance, it does get kind of tiring to be standing up all the time. But that's up to you. So as we look here, we notice we got the tires. I mean, you're talking some really good tires here. And you're talking that, hey, if you want to go down some mountain paths, some dirt paths, or something like that, you've got the tires for it. Now the regular street tires, I wouldn't take that. I wouldn't take that down the paths and stuff like that. I don't have confidence in that. But you've got some good tires here. You've got a good solid platform. I've seen these where they've been plastic, and I've seen them to where they are like this, are metal. But nah, I just like this. This is pretty neat. But remember, you can fold this down. You have to remove the seat, but you can fold this down, throw it in your trunk, and you're ready to go. Now look at the size of this motor. And this ain't a small motor. This is a big motor. And the way, when you look at this, it's just huge. And for the motors that I've seen before, and the motors that I dealt with years ago, you didn't have to pull start them. You had the option to pull start, or you could get them because they had electric starts on them. And these are really good motors, and we're pretty impressed with the size of this motor and this scooter and the way it's designed. I like the color too. I like that racing green, you know, that green color. Looks like a big booger. I'm just joking, I'm not trying to be gross. But that sporty green, that neon green, really shows this scooter off. You can see back here, it's got a good heavy chain on it. The chain is a little heavier than a regular scooter chain, and I can show you. Give me just a minute and let me show you what a regular scooter chain looks like. And when you look at the scooter chains, now this is what we used back in the day. These particular chains here, you say, that's a bicycle chain. No, this is actually a chain off scooter, and you can compare the size. If you really look at it, you can compare the size of that and see the difference in the size on these chains. And when you look at that, I mean, it's definitely a good size chain. Good. There's your seat. The thing that might be a little different about it is it doesn't have any springs under the seat. But that's why your scooter has springs. And you say, well, does this scooter really have springs? Sure it does. In the picture it shows it's only got one spring in the front. But if you look at this is what you get. Check that out. Check out the way that that's set up. Now in the picture it only shows one in the middle. This has got two, one on each side. And I like the way they did that. And when I looked at the picture on there and I saw this, I thought, yeah, that's exactly what they should have done to start out with. And that'll give it more absorption, especially if you're going to be running these kind of tires and you're going to start hitting some rocks and stuff like that. It's going to give you the suspension that you need. It's going to give you that smoother ride. And you've got the brakes. Naturally, they're cable brakes. They're cable brakes. But I don't think you're going to be using those very much. And if you do, you'll be going over the handlebars. But you can go down here, and we'll go back here on this scooter. I want you to see you've got a good brake setup back here. And yes, they're cable brakes, but they're padded brakes. So you can change those brakes whenever you need to. Once they get worn out, go ahead and replace them. And you say, well, I don't know how. Well, that's what we're around for, is if you're close by, you can bring it by the shop. We can change the brakes for you. But I want you to see something else. Here, when you look up in here, I don't know if you can really see it. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. Right in behind this metal piece right here, somebody send me a camera where I can get better shots on this. Let me see if maybe I can shine some light on this. But if you look in here, see right in here? There we go. Now if you see that, yeah, that's a belt. That's a belt that'll run in there and let you shift gears. And this thing, when it gets up, and you figure if it's got that many cc's, it's going to get you up to your speed. And once you shift gears with it, it's going to make a big difference on saving you some gas too. But if you look at the structure of it, look at the way it's designed, the way it's built, instead of just looking at a picture, on the internet or in a book, magazine, or whatever, you can actually see this scooter and see it's really, really made well. And we'll go up here. Let's turn around here, and I've got it up here on the workbench where it was assembled. But let's lean this over some. Look at the top here. if you'll notice, it's got an on and off switch. It's got the styrofoam still on the handlebars and everything, where we just took the foam off. It's got your brakes and it's got your throttle. It doesn't have a turn throttle, it has a pull throttle. And then we'll look over here and we will see again what we have. It's a really, really nice scooter. And I'm trying to be a little quiet and try to show you some video of what the scooter actually looks like. So you ask, why can't it come down on the price? Well, I don't have any dealings with that. But I can see that what you're getting here, you're getting a very, very well heavy-duty constructed scooters. And I want to say that because I have dealt with them a long time. And this is pretty solid, if you ask me.